Hi everybody, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. I know this is video number 3 of today, but I had the time by my desk and I thought I would just get on here and make a few more cards. So I hope you're having a great day today. So I'm happy with that. Please say hello if you're watching live. So this is a live video. If you're watching this on the replay, sorry I missed you. So I have a whole bag of pre-stamped items. When I was making some scrap packs up of DSP, I couldn't put these images in there because these are, you know, stamped from images, and Stampin' Up are kind of strict about not being able to resell things that aren't a full project. So if I turn this into a card, I could sell it, but I'm not allowed to just sell these images. So that's why I'm going to be making a proper card out of them. So here we go again. What time? Hi Sheila. It's 8 o'clock. Here we go again. Right, so I'm determined to actually make some cards with some words on this time. So let's cut this down. This is something I actually stamped. I'm going to make a big confession now. I stamped this at an onstage. I took some spare cardstock with me to one of Stampin' Up's corporate events, and at these events you get to make what's called make and takes. So there's a portion of the day where you get given a kit and you make stuff. However, what I tend to find is that I don't always like the kit available, so I tend to go off and make my own thing, or use the stamps that they've provided just to have a play with them and see what they do. So I ended up actually purchasing the stamp set that had this filigree thing in. I think it was called Needle Nook or something. And hi there Sheila Gay and Cindy. Hi Janice. And I didn't ever purchase this one, but it was nice to be able to play with it. And obviously have the images at home to have a proper look at. So I do recommend that if you're a demonstrator and you don't maybe particularly enjoy making the make and takes. And you know, I know some demonstrators are they're very good. They do get them all done so that they can share it on social media. But then I tend to find that you end up seeing sort of 20 of the same style. So I just need to be better actually making things from the things that I've stamped. Right, I am determined to use up some of this designer series paper I've got lurking around. Oh, that's a great idea, says Janice. Yes, Janice. So next time I see you at an event, I'll be there with my scraps of cream cardstock or white cardstock. But the only thing about having it cut that shape is that is pretty much it, which is not really a scrap card. So I'm going to put that aside because that's not really strictly a scrap card, is it? Let's just grab some pretties out. Look, that purple goes so nice with that frisery bit there, doesn't it? And there's a nice pink flower there. Oh, and we've got a little bit of filigree there. Oh, a nice bit of yellow as well. Okay, this is nice. What else have I got underneath here? I was having a look at these. These are a friend of mine stamped for me. There's some crowds to say. May the Lord be gracious and give you peace. That's quite a sweet thing to write, isn't it? Yes, Janice, pack some card. Oh, you're going to Germany. Oh, how fun. Oh, hi Pat. Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. You've recently found my channel. I just want to say how much you enjoy it. I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. Lovely to meet you. Thank you for subscribing and watching. I'll be interested by new subscribers. What you think of my older videos. Oh my gosh. They go back a bit. Okay, so I'm a disclaimer here. Even though I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Hi Rhonda, nice to see you. I do have some things in my stash that are not Stampin' Up, like things that friends have given me and things from way back when. And I have got this pack of coloured card and envelopes that actually matches this really prettily, doesn't it? It does go very nicely. So I'm sorry, I am going to use this up because it needs using up. So there we go. Right, I think I would like to see if it's yellow under there like that. And if I cut that, if I tear that back this way. Hi Lorraine, nice to see you. Yes, please check out Janice, everybody. Janice has a YouTube video as well. And she's trying to get her 1,000 followers so that it will be easier for her to do some YouTube lives. She'd love to do some. So, right. Oh, and I just love this lacy kind of effect here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit that in somewhere. But it's a scrap card, so you know. So with scrap cards, what I try and do is maybe follow a bit of an idea that's, no, I'll rephrase that. A basic kind of outline or approach so that I'm not getting too bogged down with the form of it. You know, like stripes across or whatever. And then I've got these daisies from what this video I've just done. Got these left over, so I don't know, that could look nice somewhere. There we go. We just need some leaves now, don't we? Now I've got these left over from a card. Right, I'm going to show you this card because I don't think I'm going to get around to doing a video about it. So I'm just going to get on and show you this. Right, this is the card. I will show you how to make it. Basically, it's a gatefold card, so it measures. Let's have a look. It's 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres. For you guys who do inches, it is... Who's on oh, you're on Hurricane. You're in Central Florida Gate. Oh, be careful. 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches approximately. So then what you do is you then actually cut your cardstock, obviously double that. So this is about 11 inches or 28 centimetres. And then you score it at 7. And then obviously the 14 and 7, so you get this gatefold. Then to make it a bit, oh, I don't know what that's doing in there. To make it a bit more interesting, I stuck the 2 circles, one on that side and then one on this side. And then I really wanted to show off the Daisy Lane design in the black and the white. I just stamped that panel and then just had the flower there. So it's very striking. I just don't think I'm going to get to doing a video on it. So I've just, there we go. That's how you make it. There we go. I've done it. Right. So that's why I do have left over in this bag, roundabout way of saying that's why I've got some leaves here. Now, I do sometimes quite like having black as a bit of an accent. There we go. I've got a little bit of black here. I'm wondering, will that sit just on there? If I trim that down a little bit, that will actually sit just inside and give it a really nice striking border. I'm always very envious of card makers who use black strikingly, so I try and emulate it, you know. So for those of you who can find it a bit daunting, you know, if you're new to card making, or if you've just been card making for a few years and you've just discovered other styles of card making and you're thinking, oh, I don't know how to do it, you know, just really study what folk do. Think, what is it about their designs that I really love and just are so interesting, and, you know, really study it, think about it, because then you'll be able to emulate it. I'm not sure if I am going to use this lace. I think it almost distracts a little bit. I think I'm going to leave that to one side. Right, let's start sticking. Where's my glue? There it is. Oh, yes, just keep calm and make cards and batten down the hatches. Have you put, have you guys got extra cladding and stuff around your house? And I've just been watching some stuff on the news. People have been, you know, putting extra things around the house. Oh my goodness, Janice, yes, she has. Esther, my sister Esther, Stampin' Style Creations, she normally does a Facebook Live on a Tuesday, and she will do it later. So if you would like to follow her, she is going to do a Facebook Live at 9:15. She normally does it at 8:30, but because British Bake Off is on, she's doing it a bit later. So she has recently done the most beautiful card with beautiful friendship, and most of us who are Stampin' Up demonstrators have fallen in love with that stamp set. And she sort of stamped a colourful background and then used the floral stamps but in black. Oh, it looks amazing. It's one of the one of the times, sorry, my sister does impress me on a regular basis, but because I know her work so much, it kind of, how do I explain it? The best way for me to explain it is, you know how, for those of you who are married, you know, and your husband tries to make you laugh. Well, after being married for 20 years, they have to try a bit harder because you know all their jokes. Well, it's a bit like that with my sister, because I've known her all my life and all the time she's been creating, and she knows all the time I've been creating. You know, it has to be super special for us to kind of, oh wow, that's amazing. Anyway, I did have one of those moments the other day when she shared what she did on Facebook, and I was like, oh my goodness, why didn't I think of that? I have done something similar a long time ago when what's the name of that stamp? Blooms and Wishes. There was a beautiful set called Blooms and Wishes came out, and I think I actually still have it because I love it so much. And I did a version of it where I stamped colourful stuff in the background and then stamped with Night of Navy the flowers on the top to create this kind of like silhouette effect. And it's a little bit similar to that really, but in beautiful friendship and black. Oh, it's beautiful. Right, I'll read your comments. It's the waiting that's difficult. Yes, your sister's been British Bake Off. Oh, we don't get it anymore. Oh, you don't get it live anymore. Oh my goodness. Oh, is that because it's changed from BBC to Channel 4? Oh, what a shame. So how long do you have to wait before you get to see it then? You see how this is actually really simple? I'm just creating strips. Okay, so if that's all you do with your scraps, you know this is going to kind of work out. Oh, you got here, Geraldine. Yay! So you guys obviously like watching the live stuff. Or coming in and watching the live stuff. It's so nice how it's like a little bit of a community of people. Okay. Just going to put some glue down for that one. Love it! Love it, says Geraldine. It is fun. Okay, so let's do a bit of curlage on here. I've got to get my little scissor charm out of the way. I do love my scissor charms, but sometimes they do get in the way. Right, so I'm just curling these up. Years ago I used to tear paper. I need to start to... Yes, Sheila, get tearing. It was all a bit of a rage, wasn't it? I'm trying to think how long ago, maybe 15 or so years ago. You could buy those acrylic shapes so that you could tear in a shape. Do you remember those? Gosh, I had those around for ages. That was all the thing, wasn't it? I think it got overdone. But now I'm making it come back. It's all in the name of very quick crafting, to be honest. It's because I can't be bothered to get my trimmer out all the time, so I just tear it. Right, I'm going to put 3 layers on this one because I can. Just makes it look extra fluffy and nice, doesn't it? Right. Right, I really want these black leaves to show up, so I'm going to try to miss the black line that I've got here, because you see, if I put it there, you kind of lose the black line and you lose the leaf. So if you move it over to there, it means it really shows off that leaf. All right, so that's my thinking behind this. You know what I like? I like to share the reasons why I put things in certain places so that you can have an understanding of it. You have several straight edges with different shapes to tear designs. Ah, yes. Yes, so you've still got them then. This is my quick way of sticking leaves. I just put a dimensional on the leaf. I don't even stick this bit down. I just shove it under. Right, there we go. There we go. Might just do another one there. I've turned all Irish. Why have I turned Irish? Right, stop it, Ruth. Could do with a nice little gem or something. Oh, I've got to squidge these. Right, have I got some gemmy gems? I'm sure I did have earlier. There we go, here's one. Got a big one there. Okay, right, number 1, done, I think. Have I done it the right way up? No, I haven't. Oops. It's that way up, okay? But that's fine. Right, next. Nice bit of... Oh, I did do one earlier. Let me show you the one I did earlier. This one here. So I just got some strips and I had some of this lace left over, and then I had half a butterfly. I've got, for some reason, I have these odd half butterfly shapes. No idea why. It might have been I was cutting some butterflies out and I had little space. So I could have used my black dimensionals. Oh my goodness, why did I not think of that? I've got them here as well. Right, I'm going to have to stick more black leaves on something so I can use them. Silly me. Right, and then I've got a little bit of tearage going on here, and then I just slip these little scraps that I had left. I just slip them underneath so that they're like poking out at the bottom. It's just so cute. It's just like a cute little detail, you know. And then I put these darling little gemmy gems. Look, just down there. How cute is that? Right, I'll put that one there. I have got a ton of leftover bits and pieces in here, which feels a little bit like cheating because it feels like I've got loads of bits there. But you know what? It needs using up. Oh, those are my other gems. I'll put those away for a minute. Right. Got grey. Got that. Grey and peach. Oh, there's a pink. Oh, I could use that. Really like this paper. So we could do that, that and that with a little bit of white. It's a side view, yes. Oh yes, it could be a side view butterfly, couldn't it? Look at this, some stamping I've got left over from a few years ago. That's purple. Yep. I've got some more black there. Oh no, I'll put that black in. I'll put that with that. A bit peach. Oh, this was my experiment with... Lorraine says, I've never torn any paper in my card making. I think my tidy OCD stops me. Lol. Oh, okay. Just, you might have to fight it, Lorraine. Just do it. Oh, I've got loads of... Oh, that needs to be tidied away. You see, this is far too big to be a scrap for me. This is like, I could cut something out of this. So this is not actually meant to be in my scrap pile. These are tools. They don't want to be here. Put them there. Okay, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else peachy or grey that I could use. That was a pink flower there. Just trying to see. Oh, there's a little bit of grey. So once you kind of, I don't know, sometimes it's about grabbing a piece of paper that you get a bit of inspiration from. Ooh, oh, that's quite nice. And then I know what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try and do 2 in one go, because when you have a grouping of stuff, of scraps, you may as well actually make 2 things. So like when you've got this big bit of scrap here, I see that and think, oh, I could get a 6 by 6 out of this, and I could get something else. So let's tear this down to 5.5 inches, or cut it down rather, by 5.5. And then I've got this piece to do something else with. See, that could be my base there, and that will be my base there. Actually, I'll put that there. Tear that down. And I do throw things away, just throwing a bit away, okay? I know you might not think I ever do throw things away, but I really do, honest. Like, that's going to go in the bin. Now, can you see that this is tearing at a jaggedy edge? This is because I'm tearing in the opposite direction of the paper's fibres. It's wanting to naturally, actually, if I tore it this direction, it would tear in a much smoother way. So I'm just going to go with it and just make it part of a feature. I'm just going to try and fold these over now so that they roll over. That's a bit yellow, isn't it? Never mind. Could put that strip in there, couldn't we? Stick that there. Stick that there. And my motto is, if it doesn't look right, just keep going until it does look right. I think let's get rid of some of that. There. Don't need that. Oh, I wanted to use some of this, didn't I? Okay. Under there. Under there, like that. Oh, there's a grey flower. This one I feel is getting a bit too stiff. I don't like it. Let's do something else. What about that? Oh, that's better. Gives it a bit. I need breathing space on this one. Right, let's have a look. Shall we get some flowers cut out? Oh, there's a nice little flower I can use there. Let's just shape this up a little bit more because it's a bit flat. That could go there. And then I think I did have in my packet here, I've got some, oh, I've got some grey silvery leaves. Oh, that's quite sweet, isn't it? See, that would help with the whole grey and peach theme going on. Oh, no, that doesn't look right. Oh, there's another bit. That's nice. Right, what do we have here? These are Sahara sand. These are not Stampin' Up, by the way, these punchies. Right, there we go. Although this one is, this one in here. This is beautiful. I'm so sad that they got rid of that set. It was Floral Frames, I think it was called. It was such a pretty set. And it went last year. Right. Oh, now where's that white bit of lace that I decided not to use? I put it to one side, didn't I? I went, no, I'm not going to use that. You know what, I'm going to get rid of these punches off here. I don't need those. Oh, here it is. Yay! Right. So I've got that piece of grey, and I've also got this, which actually goes really prettily in this one now. There we go, that's better, isn't it? Maybe put that grey. I don't know, does it need that grey strip behind it? Maybe just that grey strip to put the sentiment on. There we go. Can you see? Can you see what's going on, everybody? Just stick that maybe down there. Right, I feel like I need a little bit more of that colour. So this colour here needs to just, I need to have it, a little bit of it on this side to balance it all up. Because otherwise you're just slightly jarring having that darker colour on there. So I'm just going to have a little bit of it there to pull the eye across there. Okay, now this is the bit where it gets a bit worrying because I've got to then remember how to stick it all down. So here we go. Right, let's see if I can, I'm just going to lick my hands a bit and just go swipe. Okay, there we go. I think that worked. Ooh. Right, is everyone still with me? Everyone's gone really quiet. I'm like, Ruth, what's she doing? What's she doing? Right, where are we going? That bit there? There's a little bit of dirt on there. Let's get that off. Is everyone still with me? Ruth. Right, pop that on there. I'm quite relieved also to hear that you guys have got scraps, just like me, in your house. So come on, ladies, grab a bag of them and start playing, because it will truly surprise you what you will create, because you just don't know until you do it. You like hearing my thinking process. Oh, it's funny, I used to have a blog, well I still have it, I just don't really contribute to it so much anymore, called Artful Ramblings. And I think even though this one's called Artful Stampin, there's still an aspect of my rambling that happens on my blog and on... Oh look, see, this is leftover from a Christmas card I made last month. I coloured in the magnolias to show how fun it could be. Okay, something's happened here. It's not quite exactly how I planned it, but right, I think I might just pop that flower there because I've got glue there. I would like another daisy. I'm looking for my... Oh, I've got a yellow one. What if I put the yellow one underneath? What did Gerald do? What did you say? Oh, it's such a... Floral frames. Floral frames. It had... The stamps had a frame and some flowers and some really pretty font words. And the dies had gorgeous leaves. It had like a ferny leaf. It had this one, that one there. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and then it had a frame that cut out the stamped frame, I think. It was so pretty. I made a really cool card for my father-in-law. I cut out loads of leaves. I made like a trifold and I used some basic grey papers. Like, and the whole look of it was like green and copper, and like it was so cool that my mother-in-law rang me up to say thank you because she loved it. It was that good. It was cool actually. I've not shared the pictures on social media. I took photos but didn't end up sharing them. Maybe I will do that. Right, I'm going to slip this bit of grey. So this is in anticipation for a sentiment. Oh, Tom? Sorry, my husband's going shopping. I need him to get something. Can you get those the sponge scourers with the scoury bit on top and then the sponge? We've got completely run out. And get the normal green ones and then also the white ones with the non-stick one. Non-stick? Yeah, the white ones are for washing non-stick and the green ones are for... Sorry, just a bit of domestic there. Is May in bed or...?
Yeah, May's in bed.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I don't have to go and put children's to bed. They're in bed. Oh, should I put that on there? Do you think? Get my trusty peg. Ta-da! Right, it's got a little bit of yellow there. Do I try and put a little bit of yellow? Oh, are you, Lorraine? What, the Christmas one? Do you make a lot of Christmas cards, Lorraine? How long have you been watching for? Nice to see you. Right, so I've got pink cardstock there. Wondering if I need anything else in that background so I can just get rid of more paper. Oh, ta-da! That works, doesn't it? And that actually then picks up with the colour there. Marvellous. It was just meant to be. Although I do like that colour, that side as well. But never mind. Just get on and use it. Come on, Ruth. Just get rid. Make sure that's at the top, yes. Sorry, got GI. Oh, right. Right, so it doesn't matter that this is at a bit of an angle. I'm more concerned about the torn edge. Hi guys, sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Hello? You just say hi if you can hear me and see me. My phone went funny then. Right, thanks guys, sorry. For some reason, every so often, my SIM card and my phone just don't speak to each other. It just goes off. And when it does that, my phone just kind of does has a little fit. And so it's been doing it a couple of times today during my lives. Look, I'm going to throw these away. Well, oh, can I use that bit? No. Throw it away, Ruth. Throw it away. Throw it away, Ruth. Throw it away. Stop being silly. Howdy, Bev. Let's stick that on there. I hope you can see from the process that even though it looks quite scattered and random, that there is rules to it, and that's what makes it kind of still look quite cohesive. So there's colour rules. I try not to use too many colours. You know, basically here we've got peaches and greys, or terracotta-y peaches and greys and pink and a hint of yellow. She says not too many colours, but you know what I mean. Oh, wow. You're dedicated, aren't you? Yeah, I don't know how soon they put the Great British Bake Off stuff on. Cindy's wanting to watch Great British Bake Off in America. Now you see, I couldn't sit and like watch it and film it and put it on YouTube because I would get into so much trouble. YouTube is so clever, they know when people do stuff like that. Plus it's illegal, so I wouldn't. Okay. Right, so a little pinky thing there. Let's see if I've got some other little peachy Doing, oh, there's a little brown flower there. Don't know if that would look right. Oop. Yeah, we watched the last. We watched the first episode last week, and I have a friend who lives in my town, and she really, really loves the show. So every year she does the challenge, the technical challenge, and she puts pictures on Facebook. And the thing that I won't spoil it for you. So the thing that they made last week, she made this week, and they do look amazing. Right, there we go. 2 made in one go, you see? It's kind of easier doing 2 together. I just want to find a base for that. I do have one spare. Yeah, I think they put the recipes on the website. So if you want to sort of play along, as it were, you can. So I don't know if you guys have access to the Channel 4 website in America. But I think you can probably play along. But then it would be kind of like, it would spoil it if you haven't seen the episode. So... Now I do want to try and do some more scrap cards that are slightly more masculine, because I have a friend who came round and he wanted to buy a card for somebody, and he absolutely loved my scrap cards, but he was buying it for a male friend, and so he was like, I was showing him loads of other stuff, and he was like, no, I want it to look like these ones but not as feminine. So I need to try and make some more. So I've just noticed, look, I've got all these lovely leaves here. Who remembers this stamp set? This was called, oh no, I can't actually remember. Points for the person. Wonderful. I'm inspired to try this method of creating. Yes, Pat, go for it. And the great thing is, you're not going to lose out. Basically, I'm trying to encourage people to grab their pile of scraps. You know, when you clear your table and you think that's too good to throw away, but yet, oh my goodness, I've made a mistake on it. Keep them or organise them, if that's the one, falling leaves. Keep them and group them. If you are a organiser, then group them into styles or colours, whatever takes your fancy, and then just sit and play with them. And what I really love about them, yeah, I wasn't sure if it was vintage leaves or falling leaves. What I love about doing it this way is that it really can take you by surprise what looks good with other things that you wouldn't necessarily put together. And because for me as a demonstrator, I tend to sometimes try and approach stamp sets by, you know, because I want to explain to my customers, you know, how to use a stamp set in a particular way, you know, how to get really good use out of one stamp set at a time, or two, you know, maybe 2. So I just tend to stay focused on one thing, but that doesn't actually satisfy my creative soul, or not my soul, but the creative part of my soul that wants to just play with the things that I have in front of me rather than be planning workshops and that kind of thing. So I'm hoping that by doing the 2 types of video here on my channel, so there are some videos on here that are very much about a particular product, and how to use it. And then there are videos like this that kind of go, okay, this is Ruth having fun creative time. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Right, I don't want to be sitting here and cutting out leaves all night, so I'm just going to do this last one and then have a look and see what else I've got on my desk. You see, I'm not actually cutting out right to the edge. That makes it a little bit easier for me. Okay, we've got a bit of wood there. Another bit of wood there. So for men's cards, as you may have noticed with my one sheet wonders, especially the one I did a couple of weeks ago, it's all about the colours. So poor Panda, I might have to cover him up, or I might cut him out and use that bit. How do you do videos based on sets you've kept? What do you mean, Bev? Have I done videos on sets that I've kept, or what do you mean? I have got that bird. So I just clarify your question, Bev. Right, I'm getting the bag. Oh, look. This is from a sample. The samples I made for Onstage a few years ago, when they used to get us to do samples. Oh, look. I could use that. That could come off, couldn't it? Do you do ones for folks who don't get all the new stuff? Yeah. Do you mean, do I do videos on retired product? Not usually. However, excuse me, I did do a video, a one sheet wonder on stippled blossoms a little while back because I love it so much. What is that doing in the scrap pile? That should not be in there. Hi, Olga. Oh, look at that. This is from a few years ago. Who remembers this stamp set? So I coloured it and then I went over it with the glue pen. And it made the colour kind of run a little bit, but it actually looks really pretty. And I fussy cut that all out myself. Oh, that's from a while back. Oh, look, that's some start of some stamping I did. Right, we can use that. I'm trying to find... Oh, this is not Stampin' Up, but this is some paper that's got... I think it's like the basil paper. It's a bit like that, but it's got the texture on it. So in this bag is stuff, either like cards. I have to confess, some cards people have given me that I want to repurpose. Oh, that's fun. Oh, there's some wood there. So this is like, look, my sister gave me that. It was a packaging for something, but I thought rather than throw it away, I'm going to repurpose it. Look, she gave me a pearl in a shell. Oh, look, this. Now, I wonder if you can recognise who made this. This is a swap that I got. And I got this really kind of at the beginning of my Stampin' Up journey. And the person I got it from, I really admired as a Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I was so chuffed to get this. Can anyone guess which British demonstrator, like she's one of the top demonstrators, who this came from? I won't tell you just yet, I'll let you guess. Right. Yeah, so sometimes swaps that I got end up in here. Because I think, oh, that's pretty. I'm going to repurpose that. Who's that from? That was from Onstage in 2016. Lavina Gruzinger. No, not Poodles, Hilda. Although years ago I did have one from Sam. This, I will re-stick this onto another card and that will go in my charity box. So that's sometimes what happens to the swaps I get, like this one. Who's this one from? Sarah Rayner. That will get repurposed. Actually, I think it's a whole card, so that will I'll just package that up in an envelope and that will go in my charity box. Oh, I've got cards ready here for my charity box. Oh, that's the charity box. Right, what else have I got? Oh, that's nice and masculine. Yep, use that. Oh, that's got, look, see, that's got a bit of damage to it, so that I can re-stick stuff on that one. You've not guessed yet. Oh, now this used to have a humongous flower on this. But if the base is in good condition, you see, I'll reuse that. Got a little bit of sticky on there, which I think I can remove. So that will get reused. Oh, that's quite masculine. I'll reuse that. It's got a dragonfly on it. I always think dragonflies make things masculine. That's my theory. Oh, that's got feathers on it. That's masculine. Okay, right. I'm losing all the leaves now. I think they're under there somewhere. Right, you're all happy to stick with me. I'm still going. Linda Parker. Tammy. No, not Tammy, because she's American. So she's one of the top demos. She has a very delicate style. I suppose it depends if you follow. Starts with a M. Is Linda Parker the lady who does... oh, what's the name of her channel? Crafty by Crafty. Is it Crafty by Crafty? Actually, I'll give you a clue. Pootles is signed up under her. I think. Yes, she is. Right, I'm going to cut this down to be a base. Not a base, a matting layer. Yay, Janice, of course you should know that. Michelle. Actually, this might have... When did Sam sign up? When was this made? This might have been when Sam only just signed up. Yeah. So this is Michelle last. Yeah. And it's just so her style. She loves vintage images, florals, but it's very understated and very delicate. I just love her stuff. So pretty. And she's sponged the edges of that and, you know, heat embossed, and then she's put glitter on there. Yeah, it's so pretty. It's all that the different layers there. So thank you, Michelle. If for any reason you are watching, I don't think she does watch my channel. If any reason she's watching, thank you. You've always inspired me. And whenever she speaks on stage, she's always very good, and she's always been, you know, very kind and friendly towards me whenever I've gone to events. So Monica, no, Monica's my upline. Yeah, I'm direct to Monica. So right, leaves. I think I lost a couple there. Oh, there's one. But I do have some on there. I think I might cut out this panda and stick him in the middle of there. Now this used to have a really big, very 3D leaf. It used to. But over the years of me moving it around my craft room, the flower has fallen off. So I'm wondering if the panda could sit in the leaves. Liz Yule. No, not Liz Yule. Liz Yule. Now, is she under Michelle? I can't remember. I presented it on stage a couple of years ago. And Liz went, she went just before me. So I got to know Liz a little bit. I'd not come across her channel until then. Although Esther, the same year, Esther was doing display stamping. And she had seen Liz on her channel. And she was like, don't you know Liz? I went, no, I don't. So I met Liz for the first time. And that was 2000, and I guess that was November 2017. You think Liz is a pinky? Yes, yes, she is. Yes, because I remember her saying that she'd been to a pinky event and had to leave early to come and do the rehearsal. But she hadn't, I think she'd only told Michelle or had, anyway, I didn't tell Monica that I was going to be presenting because I thought we weren't allowed to tell anybody. Well, we were kind of told you shouldn't. But it was quite nice to surprise her because she didn't know, and then suddenly I was on stage and she was like, ah! So that was good fun. Right, that's done, I think. I'm just going to stick that on there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for that one. There we go. That's great. Scrap card making at its finest. Right, we're trying to do masculine here. Okay, hello, Kay. Hi, Hilda. Are you still trying to guess? Okay, Hilda. It's Michelle last. Hi, okay. Everyone was trying to guess who did this swap for me. Right, now, although this is floral, I'm going to take the executive decision that the colours are not too girly, and that when I mix it up a bit, I will make it decidedly ungirly. Yes, I did tell you, Hilda. I knew who that was. Did you, straight away from the picture? From the card, rather. Oh, sorry, Hilda, I thought I had said. Oh, Janice guessed, and I just said yes. I didn't actually say out loud, sorry. Right. Want some nice woody bits. Oh, the other thing about how to make something a bit more masculine, hardware. That's what you need to do. Staples. That's what I've discovered. Make something look masculine. Yes, that's it. Yep. So it's Michelle and Sarah then you, isn't it? Yep. So you and Janice are related, Kay. I think. Yes, you are. Because Janice is a pootler. Oh, I quite like that. That little composition. Yes, you and Janice are pinkies. Okay, that's done for that one. I'll stick it down in a second. I'm trying to think what else I could rescue from this. See, I do have that. The one type of style or shape that I don't tend to do on cards is the whole like diagonal thing. I'm not sure if I like it. Shall I try it and see? If I tear down there like that. Hi Lorraine. I will explain. Basically, when you have a team of demonstrators sign up under you, you can choose to call yourself a team name. So, for example, I call my girls the Daffodil Delights. So and then I have honorary Daffodil Delights, who are just my mates. But generally, if someone signs up under me, I call them the Daffodil Delights. However, we've got Michelle last, who's one of the top demonstrators, and she's called her team the Pinkies. But signed under her is Sam Hammond Donald, and she called her team the Pootlers. Or yeah, because she's Pootles, her team is the Pootlers. So people who are just on this chat are under certain teams. So they're just explaining which team they're from and so on. So that's all it is. Just a wee bit of fun. Right, I really want to use this little piece off here. You're a crafty cupcake, are you? Is that what you would call yourself? Or were you in a team called the Crafty Cupcakes? Oh, Bev, yes. Yes, now stamping diagonally is different. I can cope with that. But making a card on the diagonal, I'm just not sure about. Ah! Help! I'm not sure if I can cope. I'm not sure if I like it. Mummy. Where's my scissors gone? Oh, I'm going to have to get off here in a minute. Oh, is that... Okay, yeah, got you, Lorraine. I didn't know that was the team name. Right, I'm going to have to be really quick now, because for those of you who want to watch my sister on Facebook, she is going to be live very soon. If not, she's already there. So, I know some of you like to watch her, so... Have I got any? No. Not sure what I'm doing. Oh, feathers. It's Esther's turn. Yes, it's Esther's turn. I can't encroach on Esther's turn. But I do want to get this finished. I'm just going to cut this feather out and hope for the best. I won't cut it out properly. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to do all the bits. I'm just going to compose this card and I'm not going to stick it down. And I'll stick it together while I'm watching Esther. But I like the idea of, look, have that coming out there. Have another wee one round the other end. Yeah, not looking what I'm doing. Right, put feather in there, feather in there. Oh, maybe I do like it. Oh, look, I can take a bit off. Oh, I've got an actual real feather on the back of here, if I can get it off. Look. Actually, I prefer the real feather. Then look, we've got a black leaf. Whee! That can go in there, can't it? It's left us very plain, but I think it will be okay. I think I'll survive. There we go. Do you think this is masculine enough? Oh, there's the other leaf. Do you want that one in there? I cut another wee one out. But I don't want it all showing. I just want half of it really. Thank you, Kay. Oh, I've cut this out actually on the I didn't mean to do that, actually cut it out. I'm gonna have to do that to this one now, aren't I? Masculine and autumnal, yes it is. With a little hint of glitz. I'm not going to put the bow on because that is what will turn it, won't it? My friend will say, no, that is too feminine. I do fancy a little bit more gold if I've got it though. Oh, I've got that little bit of gold here, haven't I? Look, I could cut it out of that. Leaf punch. There we go. Right, I'm off. I'll just quickly run through what I've made. I'm not going to stick this down. I'm going to do it later or while I'm watching Esther. So where's my thing? Bring this over. Ooh, careful, careful, careful. The wood rings from stamp rooted in nature laid behind the leaves would look brilliant. Yes, it would. I just don't have it. Yes, so if you're doing this, that's a really good idea. If you've got rooted in nature, use that. Oh, and those lovely leaves. The leaves from Rooted in Nature are beautiful because they emboss, don't they? If you've got the embossers, die cuts. Okay, so that's that one. And this one, I haven't stuck this down yet because I've run out of time. But that's my other masculine, sort of masculine, soft masculine I'm going to call it because it's got a little bit of lace in there. There we go. Then we've got this one that I just very quickly recycled, that from an old thing, and then I've just put the panda bears in there. Then that one, which I made earlier. There we go. Alongside, so while I made that one, I made this one as well. So I've got similar pieces of paper going on. So this piece here was stamped a while back. I can't remember, I might have done it on a live or something. That's that one. Then this one I did off camera earlier this evening, that one. And then this one we did right at the beginning. There we go. So thank you oh, that way round, sorry. Yeah, I designed it that way round, but then realised I'd stuck it on that way round. There we go. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. You're always so kind and so sweet and so encouraging. That it's kind of you guys that keep me going, really, sharing what I do. Because normally I'd just be sitting here crafting and getting ready for classes, but it's really nice to actually share the creativity with you, and I'm starting to realise that it's kind of content that you guys want to watch, so I am happy to share if that's what you want. So do go head over to Stampin' Star Creations on Facebook, Stampin' Star Creations, because Esther, my sister, should be live, and we'll maybe meet over there. So take care for now, and God bless. Bye.